What's up, everybody? Let's play with the colors. Oh, nice. We're playing with Dance Party now. We'll wait for everyone to show up, and I'll start back in. What's up, Damien? How's the what up, Unstance? How's the broadcast on that side compared to my other shows? Because I normally don't tape on tape. What am I, fucking 85 years old? Tape. Record on my VCR, on my Betamax. How's the quality of the picture? Is it same, different? I mean, yeah, here. Same, different, better, worse. What up, Tom Corner? Like, right now, can you see a booger in my nose? It's better quality? Cool. Okay, well, I usually don't use this because it's just too much to carry around. We're having a dance party anyways. I feel like a raver kid right now. I feel like we're doing a bunch of drugs and we're listening to Boots and Cats. Anybody know Boots and Cats? Anybody know? No? Anybody could beatbox at all? Y'all know about the Boots and Cats. What about the knee-high? What you know about knee-high Boots and Cats? Knee-high, knee-high. Knee-high. Knee-high Boots and Cats. I know you know, Damien. Give me some. I wish I could hear you on the other side. I need the knee-high Boots and Cats. I only break that out for special events because I'm not much of the is that Chrono? Yeah. Who gets on that? Get on that Boots and Cats though. You want to say boots without actually saying boots? It's so funny when you teach this to people and they can't really figure it out and they go boots, boots. And you're like, no, you have to mouth it. What up, humans? Yeah, that's why I figured I'm gonna do part of the show in this color, and I'm gonna do part of it in black and white. That'd be fun. And it's kind of weird though. I feel like I don't know if I'm gonna be, because I'm watching it in real time, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch this. Let me see. Let's see if we do it this way. I don't like that. I've never done it in this before. Let's do it in sketch for a minute. This is fun. I like this right here. Right up, where is it? Right here. It's so funny. The funniest thing about this shop here is I didn't know it said esoteric goods, but I sat here and over my shoulder it says esoteric goods, and everything I do is about, obviously esoterica and stuff. And why and wherever in the entire universe will you ever see the word written down esoteric on the side of a building? And I happened to be at a shop and I had no idea. This was just a little tea shop. And then I walked in and found magical things. Yeah, very funny stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll wait a couple more minutes to see who else gets back here, but I guess we were kind of digging in on the color thing, and I don't know what I was saying, I kind of just, yeah, everybody out here doing exoteric stuff. We're trying to do esoteric stuff. We make the esoteric exoteric. In fact, essentially that's what spirituality is. Spirituality is taking the esoteric concepts and bringing them to the exoteric universe. Bringing the internal and flipping everything inside out. It's taking internal reservoir of information and pouring it out like an inkwell, like a piece of paper, drawing it out in front of you. And not only just in 2 dimensions, but in real 3-dimensional, like here's the playground. It's the concept is, for whatever I do for myself, and hopefully everybody else can learn how to do, because that is the technique, is to you bypass having to make blueprints. You bypass the blueprints. And that's very, you could read into that really deep too. Bypassing the blueprints. This is a lot of fun. I like this right here. So you bypass the blueprints, meaning basically there's nothing you need to write down, there's nothing you need to speak. You need to imagine it and then walk into it. You spit out your reality out of your eyeballs, which focus here. So the triangle is from your pineal gland, or I don't even want to get too into like, oh, it's your pineal gland. It's your whole brain that is the cinema. Your brain is the cinema projecting 3-dimensional realities that then get isolated at a pinpoint inside of your pineal gland that then project out of your 2 eyes to become this reality. Your eyes are spitting out photons and ingesting them. Simultaneous, in and out, which gives you what you make up as pictures and then creating a new reality. And because it needs to be somewhat fluid, look at it this way. Reality is fluid because you couldn't accept something disappearing. You couldn't just accept. Maybe you're getting there, but you can't accept that. Now you take some psychedelic substances that will cause you to phase shift into a different frame. It means literally something will happen that is that quick, and you will accept it because your mind is allowed for it. So you've created a reality instantaneously. That's where we're going with this. But in the intermin, the mind is taking the focus of all of the incoming and outgoing information, inputs and outputs that become what's inside of your brain. You're collecting the soul in the universe through these eyes into your brain, calculating things, mixing it up with energy of how you feel inside. So when somebody says, what's your heart feel? What do you feel like? Your heart. You're mixing it up with your heart and what you believe in the mind, and you're projecting it into your pineal gland that then spits out of your eyeballs to become the reality that you live in. And we're trying to speed up that process. But at the same time, not to go too fast, because you put yourself in a place you don't want to be. Anybody that's started urine fasting and done things with high levels of magic, you can get yourself in a position that's not exactly what you wanted. And so we try to avoid that and alleviate that by, I could give you a dose of all sorts of different types of substances, right? You could go find that anywhere. You could just eat that and all of a sudden change reality. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have control over your mind and how your mind functions to create that reality. So what we learn how to do here is to get your mind into a position to control reality to the point where you can then bypass needing to take some psychedelic substance that's outside of you and put it into you, that to need that, to have a, as they say, a requirement for the spice. We put the spice inside of your mind, and then you can alter reality, space and time in a quicker go at it, in a more substantial way that you can see the results. Like these are people, some people use it in the way of saying, hey, I can do telekinesis, and I can make a little piece of tin foil move inside of a glass, housing, right? And that's well and good, and that's wonderful, and that's part of it. But they get lost at thinking they need to move a physical object, when if they just connected to time, they could move something in the future that it's not literally happening right there, By combining those two things, by combining the ability to manipulate matter real time and to manipulate time, meaning what you'd consider the future, then you become some sort of living, walking God. Eyeballs are definitely portals. They're the eyeballs, yes. So how was that little journey there? Did that make a lot of sense? Like, I like this screen right now because it gives a very good idea of how thin the layer is of substance that holds inside of you. They would call it the white light. It's not white. It's clear, but it gives you an idea because you can't have clear paper. This thing here is what the physical housing is, so that you could touch and participate in reality, that holds the energetic system. And see how my energy kind of is released more out of here, but it's more objectively solid here. That's kind of like your auric field. How far and how much outside of you are you radiating your energy? Now you can radiate it through inorganic means, meaning financially, or through, like, say, a device like this. There's someone I'm using an inorganic device to increase and radiate my my will, my capacity to influence. Now, the level before this was me to create it here. Like, there's no reason necessarily to use this, except for, in my mind, this is how I connect to people that don't have the capacity to connect up here. None of you would ever know me. You would never meet me in real life. It wouldn't happen. It couldn't happen. You wouldn't walk the same path as me. You wouldn't walk in the areas I walk in. But through this, you click on a button, all of a sudden we link up. So this inorganic variety of information collaboration starts to take place that actually opens up organic portals for you. This is the same way that you can start a seed inside of a greenhouse, or inside of actually a house, with a light bulb that isn't an actual organic light, right? It's a fractionated version of all of reality that gives the seed enough energy to blossom on its own, to be blossomed into the real world in 3D, but it came through inorganic means. And so in the same way, this is a way to connect to people inorganically, to provide them with the knowledge and know-how and working blueprints of how to integrate their human experience, their organic body and mind into what the real hardware is, meaning the earth, meaning the crystals, meaning the crystal grid, meaning the ether, the breathing. But I have to get to all of you through this because I'm not everywhere. I'm still housed in this body, you know? So yeah, jump in here with where I should go from this, because the last conversation we kind of ended on colors and things. Tito's Stardust vodka. What's next, y'all? Where should I go with this? Do you guys want to get into colors, frequencies, rhythms, patterns, these kind of things? Techniques for producing them, why drums work the way they do, the shamanic drumming. Aldrin Castro, you wear black. Black is literally it collects energy. It collects. I talked about this last time. The reason that lights become black when you invert things is because it's what melanin is. It's why the ground is brownish black. You know what I mean? Like soil is dark color, because it's soaked up the light and it's provided a density of information. It's taken light, which has no weight, and it's given itself matter. It took light that is vibrating very fast and grabbed it somehow. Mother Matter, Mama Earth, grabbed the sun and collected it and put it right here. Slowed down the vibration to make, hey, look at that tree right there? That's the sun. The sun is that tree. The mama grabbed it, right? Because the sun was just kind of floating around everywhere, doing everything, and it had no purpose, no vision, no anything. It was no solidarity. There was no density to things. And then the earth grabbed the sun and just said, it's this tree here. And then that tree, what did we do? We were first supposed to look at that tree, gain the knowledge and the wisdom. We're not talking about the giving tree yet here, but that's what happened. That whole poem and work about the giving tree. But the tree was supposed to be just giving the fruits of knowledge. And then there was this something that happened. I haven't quite put my thumb and my finger and my mind and isolated what exactly occurred during the time frame, but there's something that happened that caused someone or something or some whatever to cut the tree down, to then turn it into pulp and burn it and start to write things down. Something happened. I can't tell what it was. It doesn't I haven't found that part of the story yet, which seems to be the linchpin for everything, of understanding why is it that we ever did anything other than to carve in the side of carve into a tree, carve into a mountain, tell stories. Why did anybody ever take a piece of paper and write something down? And that became really what the poison of the world was, because now we're using it as money and currency has been adjusted. But it also is the panacea. It was the poison for many reasons. The panacea is, well, we're communicating quite a bit through the storyline and the lineage, through books. And those books are now coming full circle back to Silicon and Silicon Valley. And now we're communicating instantaneously through this computer, which is what trees used to be made of, silicone. Hopefully this video stays up, because that's some deep shit right there. So, see that they got the idea to cut the tree down because the tree at the center of the earth. See, that to me is like, I like the idea, I like the story, but a lot of people are just relying on ancient cultures. Like, how did those stories stand the test of time, or are they just a story? How could a giant tree exist in the North Pole where it's freezing? I'm not saying it didn't. I'm not saying the whole Shambhala. I'm not saying all of these pictures that we're seeing these days. But I'm also saying, why is it those ones that survive? Why is it nobody wants us to go to the North Pole or out to the Antarctic shell? Like, there's a, who knows? But even at that, even if you could go, here's the question that I ask everyone. And by the question that I ask everyone, I mean, I've never asked anyone this, but it's something that's on my mind, is who here, with all of these giant theories and ideas about what's at the North Pole and what's out in Antarctica, how many of these people are going there? How many people are going to attempt it? No one. There's no one doing these things. There's what? I think there's one person trying to organize something to do it, which is Devin Maggi. That's the one trying to do it right now. But beyond that, like, never heard anything. Never heard anybody going to the... Why ain't anybody going to Antarctica? Why is it harder to go to Antarctica than it is the North Pole? And who would want to go on that journey? What's there? Why we gotta get so cold? Why can't I just go, oh, look at this, hold on, sunshine. I might just flip this around so I can stare into the sun. You see? So there's again, where is this center? Where's the center of the earth? Where's the center of... That's great. That's a great question to ask. But where's the center of you? Where are you at? I don't need to go to North Pole. I don't need to go there. That shit is cold. I don't want to go there. Why would I want to go there? If I can sit here, because did the Bodhi, the Buddha, Because that's just, remember, that's just a title. That wasn't a person. Just like Jesus and the Christ is a title. The Buddha is a title. But yet, when they went there, did they go to the North Pole? The Buddha sat underneath the tree. What tree? The tree that wherever he was. He was the tree. See? That's the spine is the tree. Your spine is the tree. I mean, if you want to go to the North Pole, if you want to go have an adventure, hey, have a good time. And if you do find some shit going on down there, cool. You know, I'm happy to join. You know, if all these cats are like, yo, come to the center of the earth. The immortals are really there, and they invited you. I'm there tomorrow. But all in all, shit. Where I am is where it's at, and where you are is where it's at. And most people forget that real quick. They're always. This goes into the earlier talk today. Where are people trying to go with all of this? They want this no fap thing. They want to fast for the wrong reasons. They want to dry fast, which is insane. They want to well, you need to just, you know, everybody's got solutions. But the question always remains is, what are you solving for? What's the problem? Everybody's trying to heal. What are you trying to heal? Unless you're sick, unless you don't know where you are, then that's when you're sick. That's the dilemma, right? If you are already where you are, you're at the North Pole, you're at the center of everything, you're at the center of your own creation. So why the hell would anybody need to go to the North Pole? Why does anybody need to heal anything? All you need to do is experience your life. Like right now, what is my life? Me experiencing life is talking to all of you through this, right? That to me happens to be something that I enjoy doing. Right now, you know what? I'd like to drink some wine. In about 12 hours, I probably don't want any wine. I'll be doing something completely different, right? But what haven't I needed to do? I haven't needed to explore what I'm going to be doing in 12 hours. But yet somebody planning to take a trip to the center of the earth, they're thinking about something wildly in the future, wildly in another place. There it must be. To acquire what it is, to acquire the thing, the mentality, the thing, I gotta go there. It seems like it's a fool's journey. It's a Pyrrhic victory to do any of these things, to do anything at all. Until you know, okay, well, I want to go to the North Pole because I'm curious. Not because at the North Pole there is Shambhala and it has all the ancient wisdom and the arcane knowledge and the solution to all of life's problems. If you think that's what happens when you get there, you've lost the whole thing. If you're saying, I want to go to the North Pole because I think it'll be a fun adventure, then fuck yeah, I'd give you everything I had in my pocket to go on that journey to figure out what's at the North Pole because it's curious. But to think that that's going to figure something out, to solve something, you've missed it. Because that would be actually to divide yourself, to think the solution is somewhere outside of self. And then even to think there's a solution. There's no solution. There's no solution if there's no problem. It won't be no shit if you don't start no shit. See? Think of that in your mind. There won't be no shit if you don't start no shit in your own mind. Mathematics. Why does mathematics not exist? Because as you're sitting there staring at the tree eating a mango, what do you have to solve for? There's nothing to solve for. Until you start making an equation and a problem, there ain't no problem, right? We create all sorts of not even illusory. We create a bunch of delusory dilemmas and problems in the world that we think, here, if I'll build this whole scheme up, then the answer will be there. Well, stop building problems and there's nothing to answer. What's up? What's up? Hopefully this is working a little better now. Resonance creative. You feel like the center is at your heart and you feel disconnected. I think people need to dismiss the concept that the heart is the center, because it's not. And for a lot of reasons. I'll go ahead and just here's a giant free one that I'll try to do a whole video on for everybody. But the center of the body is the belly button. There you go. The center of the body is not the heart. And on top of that, not only is the heart not the center of the body, but the heart isn't what makes the body function. Everybody says the heart beats. No. The heart is made to beat. The heart beats because I breathe, and I have also things occurring in my stomach that are in my intestines, literally in my belly button, in bowel, where the dantian is, that is creating energy that then I then breathe with my lungs to force pressure throughout my system to cause the heart to beat. The heart is not the thing. The heart isn't beating, making the body function. It can't work that way. The heart is not a powerful enough muscle to push blood throughout your entire system. It doesn't work that way. It's not the center of the body, and it's not forcing, and it's not pushing the body to do anything. So everybody goes, you need to be heart-centered. I'm like, you need to eat shit. Quite literally. Because the bowel is the center of your universe. If you don't respect bowel, Lord Bowel, literally putting something in your mouth, it bypasses the heart and goes to your bowels, which is the inferno, which burns something off, and also is the bowels which create the seed for the next generation. Anybody that say their heart, oh, you got to live out of your heart, doesn't know what they're talking about. They're just repeating things. The center of your being is your belly button, your bowel, belly, belt, bowels world, your balls. You don't make semen in your heart, you make them in your bowels. All of these things happen there. That's the center of the being. So people need to focus not on their heart, but on their system. And their system is created out of earth. Just because earth is an anagram for heart don't get too carried away with that. Don't get too carried away with that. Biophoton cam is basically light that is a biological light. I mean, it's just a fancy way of saying like collecting the energy from like, if you stare at the sun, you know something changes. Not sure why, not sure how, but there's an energy that you're collecting. So the biophoton is like, is it a usable biology like within the human system? Photon meaning light energy. So is it a living energy system of light? It's about the best way I could do without pushing a button and Googling it. You should Google that, Cam. What you doing? Jude Mice, you say the opposite of no is on. Interesting. Because where I live is called no. NOLA. Electrital solutions will be called the DNA, which is DNA is Dan. The Dan Tien. Look at just that quick. I didn't even see that. I was just talking about the Dan Tien, the Dan Tien, the DNA. Jude Meister, poop transplant. I did a fucking whole in my Zen whenever I was writing, not making videos about 6 years ago. If you ever want to see how my mind works on paper, anybody that has not seen it before, and read any of my writings, there's probably 100 and some writings that I have on my zenalchemist.wordpress site, and I did a whole thing on fecal transplant. How fucking insane is that? Fucking crazy. That's the most... Oh, that's literally, that's when I felt that the first time when someone said that. I just went, oh, people are literally shitting in other people's assholes. And that's, as long as we call that scientific, as long as we put a badge of a label that a doctor did it, we think that's cool. It's fucking retarded. The level of insanity, inanity, stupidity is just fucking next level with that shit. Fecal transplant. Gee, give me a fucking break. Oh. Anyways, I'll move on from that. I get a little carried away with my feelings there. A resonance, that's really interesting. Yeah, this has to do with how yogis and things that bury themselves underground are able to stop their entire body's physical movement and pull the spirit out of the body and then come back to it and start the whole system back up. It has kind of to do with like the kings and queens and the pharaohs and the mummies and shit. Yeah, there's lots of stuff there. Have I heard of Egyptians smoking blue lotus and hallucinating? A little bit. But yeah, yesterday actually, Cam, before I went to bed, I took a bag of something and I put the seeds in my mouth. Kia, there you go, hence the umbilical cord, yeah. When the word is from umbra, the word is umbra, U-M-B, the umbilical, but then I don't mean that to correct your spelling by any means, Kia. I'm just saying umbra kinesis and which is kind of connected to the tomb, the womb, the umbilical. Cam, I just got to it. You have blue lotus flower right in front of you. Eat it, dude. Eat it. Eat the stamens. Cam, eat those stamens right now. Don't eat a bunch of them, just eat a few. You'll be fine. Trust me. Look it. Cam, come on, you think I would steer you wrong here? Hold on. Here. If you eat the blue seed, you'll see all of this. So anyways, yeah. So that the blue lotus, eat the stamen, man. Or make tea out of it. Do I think we're being upgraded to a plus 35% functional DNA? I don't know. It's really hard for me to capitulate to unveil anything about the DNA because I've never seen it with my own eyes. It seems to be a nice allegory to use for things and to give sense into things. But interesting. Sorry, I just had a really scrumptious little scrumptious diddly umptious just walk by me. But she had extra DNA. Let's say that. I don't know. You know, I think there's capacity of the DNA, capacity of the brain. You know, I think it's much less about capacities as it is about firewalls and blockages. So yeah. Unstance with the perfection, ass to ass shit transfer is correct. But again, you got to think of it this way. Most people in life, they have mouth to ear shit transfers every day. Life is a reflex Is that even the right word? Reflexological? Yeah, I like that one. I'll just use it. Doesn't even matter if it's not a word. Imprint that's in our minds of ways that we can take the shit that somebody stuck into our ears and speak it out of our mouths and jam it in somebody else's ear. We're mouth to ear shit hostesses because of the idiocy that people continue to repeat. They might as well be just linking up with their assholes, just shitting into each other. It's just as retarded. Hey, Electric Dow, my entire first video was made because of you. That was the word I was looking for, the spiritual chauvinism. Although I didn't prefer the word chauvinism for the context, because I think a couple different words made a little more sense. But yeah, I did my last show based completely on that concept for you. So you're welcome, man. The whole last show was all about that concept. So Cam, are you saying you had that many? You had that many flowers in front of you that you collected all the stamens, or you collected the petals too? Oh, nice. Yeah. The best way to extract that is through a white wine. A white wine alcohol extraction method is the best. I think that the concept is that vodka is too hot, that it's going to burn some things in it because of the amount of alcohol that's in vodka, and that extracting it through heat is not a good idea either. So it's either going to be a low temperature tea or a wine, because a wine is equivalent to a low temperature tea. Hope that makes sense in the... you can smoke, so I smoke some. It's not going to do as much for you. You're burning off most of the good stuff. How long would you leave it in a mason jar? I would leave it in a mason jar with, if you don't have, what would be the best way to do it? Very low temperature water extraction, or a short period of time in a wine extraction. Maybe like a day or two in wine, white wine, but don't put that in the fridge. Leave it out of the fridge. Like, you should have a white wine bottle that was never put in the fridge. Put the flowers in there. Man, who's blasting this garbage ass music across the street? Might have to go talk to somebody. I mean, I believe you gotta actually have good music to blast it, but nobody ever believes that. So anyways, yeah, go ahead and put it in wine. Keep the wine's gotta be room temperature, 2-day extraction, top on, take it off, drink it, you know? I've never put my urine in a melon, Jude Meister, but I suspect that would be awesome. Cam, I've never used full flower. I've only gotten the stamens, the little things inside. They seem to have more of the thing. You know, the stamens are the semens. Stamens are semen of the plant, basically. Yeah, and you know what you can do, Cam? When you put it in the mason jar, shake it. Shake it. And obviously, rhythmic shaking will help to bind with certain ingredients, you know? That's a whole bigger talk. I can't do the math on it, but I can tell you how the math is done. There's a reason that you'd shake something 7 times like this, because you'd be hitting a rhythm within the shape of the whatever's inside of the plant matter to extract it out of it. Where if you shook it like this, it's not, the rhythm of the wave is all wrong, and you're not going to be extracting the matter the same way. Because if the matter is holding on to a vibration and frequency of a certain chemical, that chemical can be only extracted through a system that is either in an octave alignment, meaning the C note will extract the C note from a higher level. But if I try a D note, it ain't gonna work. That's why certain elements can only be water extracted, some are oil extracted. Think of it in that conceptually that way. How bad is the music for you guys? How loud is the music over there for you? Because it's awful to me right now. I feel like somebody that's in this mausoleum is actually trying to disrupt my broadcast. Goddamn dead people. You've been here before. Yes. You dreamt this and designed this. What up, Gary Baxter? Oh, you're giving me the who dat? Who dat from my town? Yeah, who them saints, huh? Who them saints? Once I get my phone back, I'm gonna have to bring you all on a journey. When all these little princesses walk by, you go watch. You can all watch. You can watch a Zen gem of Zen spitting weak ass game in real time. Cam, I don't know, man. It depends on the quality of the flower. I don't think you're gonna trip on it. You would need the seed. You would need the seed of that to get any of that. I believe the chemical would be the LSA in the seed. What you're getting in the stamens themselves, you'd have to, like, I've never done a very, very large quantity, so I don't know. I know that I've had like a nice little body buzz and it was comfortable and I felt like I'd smoked some really good weed, but all in all. Hey, but Tom Corner, how is the sound though? Is it really loud to anyone? Like, if my voice is 100 volume, is that 20 or is that 50 or is that, where is that sitting? Because it's very loud to me and I might have to move. But I just have the computer sitting in a way where the microphone ain't at that thing. That's why I ask. Yeah, the music is fucking horrid. I'm gonna go do something about that. Hold on. I really want to just walk down the street and see where this is coming from, because this is fucking destroying life. Like, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. Like, why is it always people that have shitty taste in music, the shittiest taste in music, want to open up their shitty ass broken down car and then turn the music up to a volume that isn't even capable for the speakers to play? and then it plays this horrible music in the worst tone possible. Why do they do that? What's the point? Like, just is that asking for help? Like, he wants me to walk over and be like, excuse me, buddy, everything about this is fucking awful, you need to stop? I mean, is that what... I'm sorry your childhood sucks. There's no reason to be screaming right now when you're 55 years old with a shitty ass fucking broken down Buick Skylark. You know, how far you want me to go with this? How far you want me to cut this motherfucker out? Yeah, you heard me change the station though, didn't you, Gary? I know. Ugh. How long you guys want to sit here and meditate on how awful the music is and try to change it somehow? I don't know how this kind of shit works. See, now here's the funny thing. If I didn't have a backpack and this was just my phone and I had enough data in my data plan, I'd walk down the street right now and y'all could watch me in real time. Just be like, yo, can you please? This is awful. You're killing shit. You, like, literally plants are dying right now that are near it. Like, plants, I actually watched a little rose, like, pull its roots out of the ground and run down the street. Why is it trying to kill me? Ran down the street and just replanted himself around the corner. Couldn't even stand the music. Oh man. Exactly, Jude Meister, back to the they need to go fap. Exactly. See, this is the result. See, thank you. This is it only took 2.5 hours to watch in real time. The original video was about no fap, and this person needs to be doing some more fapping so they're not here screaming at the top of their lungs because they have built up energy inside of them they don't know what to do with, and they should go home and fucking jack off a few times or go play with their whatever, because this shit is just like screaming like, please help me, I have this horrible life and I have this horrible taste in music, and please just pay attention to me. I just shit my pants. Literally, this person is shitting their pants all over the street in public. Amazing. Unstance, a remedy for a migraine. What, did you get it from listening to the music? Yeah. The remedy for a migraine is threefold. The initial, just to help you out right now, is to be like breathing properly. Breathing in the nose and out of the mouth to pull energy out of the brain. But then if you could make yourself a tea, it'd be out of white willow bark. And then when you get a chance, look into the sun and request from the sun that you don't get migraines anymore. And then to support that, drink more water, distilled water, because migraines are really about the blood vessels in the skull collapsing. So you want more distilled water and more yellow, red, and orange things in your system, which open up capillaries. You want to open up the capillaries in your brain because they're condensed. So turmeric is a very good thing. Cayenne's another good thing. Orange juice, things like this are going to help to, you know, open that up. But distilled water, breathing down, those colors, and not music like this. Yeah, white willow bark tea. Don't look up tea. Just get yourself, go on Amazon and get yourself a bag of it. You should be able to get a pound of it for 20 bucks. And that'll make you quite a bit of tea. And what you can do is make a big batch of it. Right? Make a big batch of it, boil it down, reduce it. Put a little bit of sugar in there and make yourself a syrup, you know? Make yourself a tincture with the syrup. So you can either keep it with the sugar or you can keep it by extracting it as well, the second extraction. Let me do this quick one here. if you're doing an extraction of most things, the second extraction, after boiling, the boiling extraction of roots and the boiling extraction of vegetation, leaves and things, the second extraction is with alcohol. And so you take out the final things, and that alcohol extraction is going to give you a different set of substances and the last tail end of it, the tannins and things. So it's 2 extractions: water, hot water, and then alcohol. Because alcohol in essence is a very hot water, thus the term fire water. Damn, you guys are getting like next level shit right now. Cause I'm trying to think louder than this music. There you go. Mustard, there you go. There's another yellow one right there, mustard. Oh, instance, if it's in the center of your skull, I think I might have broke your pituitary. This has been happening lately. A lot of people have been telling me some weird shit's happening in the dream world, and I think I broke your pituitary, not your pineal. Tom Corner, that's not a crazy question. Give it a try, see what happens. I mean, think of it this way. You know what else they put? Do you know where the cloves from India, you know what they do? They're taking cloves, they're taking cinnamon and nutmeg and all of the standard ingredients that are inside of the Indian cooking and putting it in cigarettes with tobacco, and they're smoking that. So why wouldn't you be able to smoke turmeric? It's one of the main ingredients in their cooking anyways. I don't know what effect it would have. Would it have the best effect in the lungs? Probably. But I never have, but I'm sure you could. Is that chrono? I think so. I don't know the glands like that. I don't, because again, it always to me comes back to I got to rely on people that are giving me a bunch of information that 90% of the information they gave me was faulty or shitty. So I just go, yeah, does it line up? Okay, I accept that piece of information. But the pituitary, I mean, you got the thymus, the thyroid, the pituitary, and the pineal. Those tend to be 4 major ones up here, right? I don't know what's responsible for what other than having a healthy mindset and a healthy diet. I don't know what glands are really doing what, That's why I even don't get on board with this. The pineal is the master blah blah blah. Like, are you sure? You really sure about that? Because we've been told the heart was doing something they ain't been doing. Why everybody out here like, oh, I want to open up my fucking third eye, I want to open up my pineal gland? No, the fuck you don't. How's the rest of your glands doing? What do you mean the rest of my glands? Yeah, the other fucking, how many are in your body? I don't know, but I want my pineal gland open. Really? How's your thyroid there? How's that one doing underneath the rib cage there? How's that one over there? How's the one back? See, ain't nobody. Why is nobody in this so-called conscious, aware community of spiritually, we're up there in the spiritual game. Why aren't they talking about any of the other glands? What are they doing? Are they just repeating some bullshit about the pineal that they literally have no idea anything about? They just go, because you can look at all these websites and look at the copy and pasting they're doing website to website. You better be certain of that information you're getting. Are you looking at your pineal gland right now? Can I see that person that just walked by me, what they actually look like in non-physical form? Can you? Is that even what the pineal gland does? See, people don't know. People don't know this shit. Everybody out here is some fucking bullshit with it. Everybody make these fucking wild ass claims about their spiritual advancements. I ain't buying none of it. Cause you know who they all are? It's all these pretty girls with this pretty channel. They're talking about, oh, we got the YouTube. We got the YouTube and we're doing yoga. And we all know about these. And you know these pretty guys, they're doing some really cool yoga maneuvers. Yeah, of course. Of course. Anything that you're saying is any fucking actuality in the real world for anybody You know? It's no real thing. Tell me about the rest of your glands. Tell me what you're doing. Those same people that are talking about the pineal gland, when's the last time they told you about their shoving bamboo sticks up their ass so they could do an enema and clean out all of their shit in their apartment? They're gonna take a shit on camera for you? No, they're not. They're gonna be looking pristine for you. They're not gonna share with you all the shit of their life. Shit, I'll take a dump on camera for you right now if you don't want to see. You know what I mean? Like, not to prove, you know, for no other reason, just to be funny, but like all these people out here just prim and proper. Everything is namaste, love and light. How the fuck did you get all that love and light? Where'd that come from? How'd your pineal gland work? Your pineal gland works because you ate the right things, and you cleaned up your gallbladder, and you cleaned up your liver and your kidneys started producing the thing that produced what your urine would be, so that you could consume your urine and then create an environment in your mind, in your skull, literally in your brain, that would give you a fluidic environment to hold those glandular systems in your mind in such high esteem that all of the calcification would fall off of it, and that you could actually use these glands. Not a goddamn one of them telling you about all the shit that you got to go through to get all of the garbage out of your body, you know? And that's always the challenging thing, like, oh, hey guys, let's go on this fucking spiritual journey and let's start dry fasting. I'm like, you about to kill some people out here. Ain't nobody out here should be dry fasting. There's nobody out here. But whatever, right? You know, what do I know? Well, apparently these people down the street are they're not gonna let loose the music. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna do something about this. Hold on. Hopefully that quieted a little bit. Yeah, Tom, it's not just about the oxygen, it's literally about how clean someone is to begin with. Dry fasting is a very, 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 very far down the line practice. You know, there's people that are talking about dry fasting to literally their 50,000 subscribers. There's no way the 50,000 people, and just the 50,000 are listening to them, should be that are even close to requiring or needing to do a dry fast at all. Because I would first ask, how many of your subscribers have done a water fast for more than 5 days? So I find that a very interesting conundrum. Oh yeah. But yeah, Tom. I just say it to the people like, oh, hey Zen, I got fucking crumbly shit coming out of my piss because I dry fasted. I never had crumbly shit come out of my piss. Seems like maybe you shouldn't be dry fasting. That's not where those things are supposed to come out. Sounds like kidney stones to me. That should be coming out the back, and you should have done the things prior, which include, weird enough, no alkaline but acid. A lot of malic acid. What do you mean acid? All these people on this alkaline bullshit, and they don't even realize that kombucha Kombucha beer, pretty acidic. Malic acid from cider, from apples, cleans up all of the things in your body. No, we need to be so alkaline that we're 500 pH alkaline. People are just not getting it, man. Yeah, Ryan Cropper did it for a week because Ryan Cropper is an exceptionally advanced being. And I don't even know how that worked out for him, but ain't a lot of people that are Ryan Cropper's level. Tell me who out here has been like astrally traveling for 15 years and that has already been a vegetarian for X amount of years and has done water fasts. If you ain't done what he has, you shouldn't be doing dry fasting. Pretty simple. Ryan Cropper is one of the next level humans, like definitely for sure. And you know what? I didn't put him in my top 33. I'll do that right now. I don't know how it didn't come to my mind. I've had a few very synchronistic experiences with him. Out of control synchronicities. Not with him personally, but with things that he was doing. Otter, the heavy metals won't be coming out your urine, they'll be coming out your ass. Your stomach and then down into your intestines is where the dividing should happen. Sometimes it doesn't always happen perfectly. By the time it's coming out of your urine, there should be no metal in it. So you're not re-ingesting heavy metals. Unless, of course, you're very, very, very unhealthy. But even in that place, it's still healthier because you're getting more benefit out of the 99.9999% of other elements within your urine are more beneficial than that one tiny little piece of metal that made its way out the front door. I'm gonna have to do something about this again. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, so you know how they say don't tread on me? Like, that's offensive, that's abusive, that's whatever. Like, don't physically assault someone, don't verbally assault someone. And then there's like, don't dress like that, don't look like that, which is weird. But then there's this don't smell like that. You know, people that are offensive, like from the smell. Like that person that walked by me, did they smell bad, good, and different? Like it's you know. But that's only a short distance. Like, at what point is the sound of that music offensive? You know, at what point and what kind of music is like, you know, it's not offensive, it's just you're being a dick. Like that's, but then you got to go, oh, that's his taste in music. And then you got to go, oh, now we're going to do a taste? Man, that dude got no taste. And I wish I knew what this person was having this music for, because it seems to be in front of a church or in front of a mausoleum. And if someone getting married or living likes that music, they're dead. And if the dead are listening to this, they hate it because the dead can't like this kind of shit. They died. People that are dead died because of this kind of music. Yeah, they're like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. If people can't stop blasting this kind of shitty ass, trifling, it's like pouring vomit into my ears. If you could heat up vomit, make me smell it, and then pour it in my ears, that's what this music is. And I can already see what he looks like. I already know exactly what he looks like. He's a good quarter mile away. but where we are, the buildings, I'm kind of catching it off the bottom of a tree and into a building, and it's kind of, man, oh man, maybe if I do this. Can you guys hear this? Can you guys hear me still, or is the music upgraded for you? Because now my ears cup the music out of my hearing. So how about this, y'all? I have an idea. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna maybe piss into a cup, and I'm gonna try to do some intense magic, and you all can do some intense magic with me here. This will be, you know, let's do like real-time working mechanisms of trying to get this music to either change to something good, quiet down, or stop. And so we'll give this a 10-minute delay, a 10-minute break. I'm gonna walk inside. I'm gonna do a little bit of magic, and you all can too, and see if you can't help me to help you all so I can speak correctly, so this music isn't interrupting this broadcast, right? You know, this is real-time shit. Like, y'all can practice magic, you know what I mean? Like, how far is Prometheus's reach? Can you close your eyes, meditate and focus, visualize, and more importantly, fun stuff here, everybody always talks about visualization. Nobody ever talks about audioization. Nobody talks about smellization, right? To bring your future to you, everybody visualizes, but they don't talk about hearing it or smelling it. Heavy stuff here, you see? Now, think about the future in a way to silence that shit. So, when I'm back in 15 minutes, because it'll take me a few minutes inside, so it's 15 minutes, I'll be back here, and see if we all can't just get into like a group meditation, make that shit magically stop when I come back. Is this fair trade? Yeah, hey Damien, you funny, you about to turn, I was gonna put my headphones on, I seem like one of those little autistic kids. And trust me, I'm pretty fucking autistic, you know what I mean? I'll put the headphones on. I put the headphones on all the time because I don't feel like listening to the whole reality. I need my space. But yeah, so is everybody down with that? We got 20. Funny enough, there's 22 people and 7 likes. Does anybody know what the 22 over 7 is? Anybody? Anybody know what 2207 is? Can't make this shit up. Anybody? Come on, post it fast right now. 22 divided by 7. Well, nonetheless, Unsins, thank you for the extra likes. I wasn't doing for the extra likes. I was doing for the mathematical equation of 22 divided by 7. Pi. Yes, Electric Towel. Thank you. Right there. As soon as we're talking about magic, what do we get? We get pi. So do this. I'll be back in 15 minutes. Yes. 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 I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hopefully you enjoyed this little tidbit.